Hello everyone, Legion True Hero here, and welcome, I guess technically welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. I recorded this once, maybe twice, a long time ago. I think I was using my main character at the time, but I think I want to start a character just to record and play with you guys. So we're going to not load a character now. Yes, create a character. Oops. Alright, so let's see here. I don't know who or what race to be. You know what? I want to be a random. Why not? Or I think we were an Aura in the first one. So just for fun, let's just be a random. Why not? Although, Jesus Christ. Maybe not. Maybe we'll be. Yeah, you know what? We'll be a male. Why not? Ooh. We'll be a Rava. Just because I like the looks. We're gonna be super tall. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got that here. Nope. Yeah, we'll do this. So, I've played this game a good bit. So, I don't usually watch the cutscenes, but I think obviously for you guys, we're gonna watch the cutscenes, and I like that. On top of watching the cutscenes, we're going to try out different classes. There's a lot of them, so I kind of want to do as much as we can. We'll experience dungeons and all that good stuff. Why not? Take that time. Purple eyes. Nose. Doesn't really matter so much to me. Let's see. Go. What ear should we go? What were these ones? Ears. That'll do it. Ooh. I don't want the tattoo. I didn't want a tattoo, so I need a tattoo color. I think I'll pass on the face paint. Skip that. Ooh, a voice. That's fun. Back up. There we go. No. No. Maybe? I actually like that one. So we're going to go with type 8. And we're probably going to... no, not save that. I don't know what the birthday really matters. Oh, it just said it goes up for gameplay. Ooh, we get to choose a god. Forgot about that. Let's see. Hello. Hello, mover of glaciers and goddess of war, is the guardian deity of Ishgard. She commands the element of ice and is associated with the first moon of the Eorzean calendar. Helone is the daughter of Ralgr and a bitter rival of Nafika. She is the most often depicted as a relentless warrioress armed with a bronze great shield. Her symbol is 3 spears. I know it has no effect on me, but let's see Ralgr. Ralgr, breaker of worlds, is the god of destruction and guardian deity of the now fallen nation of Alamigo. He commands the element of lightning and is associated with the 8th moon of the Eorzean calendar. Brother is the father of Byrgot and Halon, and serves as attendant to Nimi. He is most often depicted as a magus carrying a staff of bronze. His symbol is the streaking meteor. We're gonna choose that one. Alright, so I think we're gonna start out as a devious. So let's see. Corresponding job. So Pugilist turns into a monk. Lancer turns into a dragoon. Archer into a bard. Still think that's weird. Thaumaturge into a blue. Summoner and scholar, huh? I could see the Pugilist. I could also see an archer. I always typically start as one of the melee DPS. I think this time we're going to start as a magic DPS, just for fun, yeah? And because I don't want you guys to be... I don't want you guys to have to read too many, so we're just going to... Oh, Jesus. We're going to actually change this. Because I just realized I have the opportunity to change the name to Wait and everything. Why not go for the cheat, huh? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Alright. A new story begins. There we go. But I currently have a setup for editing, so we're going to be doing things completely different than how they used to be. Hope you guys like what we're doing. That's pretty. What do we got here? What's that? We're following the void.
Here.
Hear you? Hear what?
Here. Feel.
Okay. Good start. Great conversation we're having. Are you gonna say more words? I like more words. Okay. We saw this before, or not, so we're gonna have to... Well, if we're gonna do a playthrough, we might as well not. Or we might as well start with That's outfit. What is that headband? Jesus. What happened? I don't think I've ever seen that from a magic user's perspective, so that was something, I guess. Oi, you alright, lad? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling of the ship got your stomach turning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness. Now that I look at you, it'll be the Aether, then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see? And we ain't too far from Vilbrand now, which is chock full of Aetherites. No need to fret, though. We'll soon get used to it. And he stumbles immediately. Might as well have been gloom and seasickness, ships leaving around like a demented chocobo today. Love chocobos. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Lamenta is still a fair way off, in case you're wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how about you keep me company until we get there? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see? Any road, Brennan's the name, and peddling's the trade. I don't think I've also ever started in Limsa because I don't think Limsa has a DPS or a melee DPS in the starting areas, and I've always started as a melee DPS and changed to something else later, so that's kind of interesting. This is kind of unique to me as well. Ah, smell the salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I born? I knew it, going with wherever the wind blows. Fortune enduring. Now that's what I call it. So long as you can avoid dying, ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power. Power, as in our power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. Once you make port, you gotta sign yourself up at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild either. Limsa's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to swing an axe or even sling a spell, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, that's a fact. Well, he's not wrong. Pirates. Ships off the starboard bow. Pirate colors. I'm not really good at doing voices, so I'm just gonna... Pirates. Bloody hells. Hells. More than one. Have you no sense? Get below. Spry versus a large man. It's a lot of bottles. Jesus. What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Lamensan colors. Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out of cannon range, and no Buccaneers bark will catch this flighty tempest once the winds catch in our signals. That was 2 bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I'd have lost mine otherwise. If the pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? God, they talk weird. So pretty. I love this game so much. I have a knife on my back. By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lamenta? Yes, it is. Well, this character's it is. Well, then let this journey iterant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Limsa Lamenta prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer or something. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with the town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. I did not. At long last, land ho! Behold, Limsa Laminsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Lomelane, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotunnel Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer.
The audio is playing. Respect the voice acting.
Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limlane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
Look at that smile. I'm adorable. And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me our sir. Hey, you never tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. You got it, dude.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Ominous, but okay. Final Fantasy 14. Look at very pretty. Just exploring the town, are we? Hey, you there! Hi, I mean you. This is my district. I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Well, that's rude. An adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Laminsa's finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lad. I haven't got all day. Welcome to Limsa Laminsa, a bustling city-state filled with scandals and brigands. The rough-cut diamond of Rotano Sea. We selected a control scheme, we're gonna do a controller, save that. Yep, when you're ready to proceed first. You recognize an adventure in the city state of Winslow and his first registered yourself a bit. Nothing. I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city, and without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss stinking habit. So before you do anything else, get yourself up to the Drowning Witch and roll with the adventurers. It's not far. Just head straight down the street and speak with Grafana. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Nest, and that'll take you up to the hub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Baderon. He's the proprietor of the winch. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along and be the navigator guide you on your journey. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Okay. Alright, so we need to go this way. Oh, there's the marker. Can't sprint it. Weird. Welcome to Lim Saloniza. You a mind to visit the Drowning Winch the Crow's Nest is exit? Yes. I literally have never started in the city, so this is a whole new experience. Hello, Baderon. Just. It's a very blurry book. Greetings to you, lad. What'll it be? Ah, but you ain't here for a drink, are you? You've come with mind to try your hand at adventuring, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Linson. The name's Baderon, and this most hospitable upholsteries is the Drowning Winch. It is also the home of the adventurers here in Linson. That's why we've got a desk especially for handling guild business. And why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than letting the throats of great tours. Adventurers have a knack for finding troubles. I messed that all up. Not that they need it in these parts, on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the longest. Alright, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again and you'll see a people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them? After everything that's happened, Eorzea took a mighty blow during that calamity. But our homes weren't the only thing that got wiped off the face of existence by the thrice damned bastard of the dragon. It took our bleeding memories too. No one's been able to explain it in a way as makes an ounce of sense, or an ounce. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all funny, like recollections from a hard night on the Dale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers that laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink, when she was bound for the abyss. And when I say remember, truth is, though we ain't forgotten what they did for us, these goddamn calamity spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. It's just like staring at a gull flying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. That's how every bugger described it, by the way. Give or take the odd gull. It's this what's got people calling the heroes, the warriors of light. If Limsa is ever going to put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need adventurers to help banish the fear. We're going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to a venturer is effort well spent. Let's see, Brad, you want to lose your strength? Give me thanks to you, and to the navigator and all. I knew she'd steered ye my way for a reason. But listen to me, I don't know, like a sun-touched fish. It's high time we got your mark and you put your scroll right here. Legion True Hero, is it? A fine name it is, if you say so. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel. Several witnesses testified independently that a passenger marking the description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Now, hold on just a minute there, officer. You got the wrong book. This fine upstanding engine is the dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. The lad would be caught dead for imaging such unsavory evidence. Is that right? You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times. Me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say you to a tinker that we find a sail before you return to your duty, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I suppose. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're out on, officer. The winch might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of the Strait of Barlthor, but that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there, just crying out to be sat on. So kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager, bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate of kidnapping, see? And they ain't got a clue who's behind it. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious. Which means venturers, visitors, pretty much everyone bugger else in this town. Don't take it personally, but us Lamensons can be a headstrong bunch of bastards, it is true. But given time, we'll grow on you. Now where was I? Aye. Welcome to Limsa Limits, where the sea's as green as the faces of me patrons after too many black-belly whiskeys. Now take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning you the ways of the sea. We're not going to end up getting too much done this time. Okay, this concludes the introductory. You have taken your first step as an adventurer in the city of Limsa Limits. Listen well to the wisdom of Baderon Tinfingers, and go forth and discover the incredible riches of the So we're going to move that over here. And that over here. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that. There we go. Close to home. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks. Will help you get used to life here. Firstly, if you head down on the floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get 9-4 the Great Clone Crystal and Holy Cloak. That's an Aether, a device that can move you from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, provided there's an Aether where you want to go. Have a chat with the Yellow Jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons, armor, and all your adventuring bits and pieces for sale in the district of what lies beyond the Aether. Don't go throwing your gill around just yet, though, or you'll get fleeced quicker than you can say, why isn't Pointer so? Have a word with Swazblade. Instead, he's the head of the merchants. Give him this old octane, and he'll treat you. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow spellslingers at the Arcanist Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for your talent if you decide to join their group. Mary at the front desk is the one to get you started. Got all that, lad? Seeing to them 3 tasks will take you a little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now I best be getting on. Run along, eh? Barbara, did I go sending you out for that tiny summit crucial? That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road, while you're out, If you happen to pass any poor souls that look like they might need your help, consider giving their tale a little listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble on. For example, Nina over yonder has been glancing at just as you walled in. Why not let an ear and see what she has to say? Why, you're likely to find yourself running out errands in the beginning. But once you build a reputation as a man folks can trust, the jobs will get harder and rewards more generous. If you've the time, look, I'd also seek the advice of the smith here on the winch. The lads as bear that title have some fine advice for them what are just starting out in the profession. And that, my lad, is how you go about becoming a legend among Quest accepted. To leave the drowning wench, you must accept the quest making a name by speaking with them. Nina? There you go. Need that. What I can do? Nina. Nina? Oh my god. Oops, I didn't mean to skip all that. Speaking to Scannerell and showcase you on the floor. What all you have to do is pick up the herbs. Okay. So that was just telling me what to do. Speak with Scannerell. Take the crow's nest. Yes, I will. I don't need things. Interact with the community herb. Why do you need herbs? I don't need to know about sanctuaries. Thank you very much. So what we're going to do here... Oops, almost cut that one short. That's something you gotta remember. If you move while interacting with something, it will... So I don't actually know... That guy's name is just somebody hidden the keyboard. All stiff. Here, take these herbs. Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream fibers. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of songs, a substance whose fragrance is to lull the seeker's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the chance. These herbs are not more than... I'll think. Lavender, a common enough export from this song. In fact, these probably spoken phrase that were on my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with this. Don't you worry. I've learned a few things and made it into things. Well then. I don't need this. Crystal. Attune the crystal. Ah, another novice adventure. Aye, Baderon has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I am Suntimon, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into the ethereal energies. They are primarily used as means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport. The most common transportation spells make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseen haste. Aetherites found in and around the city is sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherites or transportation magic, I'll be here to answer your questions. No thanks. Return alert. You attune with the Aether. You are now able to use the return spell. We don't need that. So let's see. Opening that. We're going this way. God, there's so many people here. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Swose Blade. Fine evening to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzul, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the earth. Pray, browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache, boggling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate on the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo recently arrived. You bear a gift from Vader. Whatever could it... my octave. By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the winch, along with a week's pay and several bells with my guests gave memory. Here, take this. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring from it you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each guild you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Good lord, I can't speak today. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. Yes, I would love to. Thank you. It looks like my next place to go is all the way over here. I don't think, for recording purposes, I do not think we will be doing any of the crafting. I don't know how important that is to the game. That's something I've never done, never tried. But if you guys want to see it, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It is here that we research and develop the field of Arcanima. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometry, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence to draw forth and manipulate the bodies of their beings. But if I'm not mistaken, you already possess some rudimentary understanding of the craft. Shall I deepen your knowledge of our history as well? The roots of Arcanima, I'm gonna mess that up every time, can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Islands. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave aether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as arcanists in the school of Arcanima. Many such mages wishing to expand their understanding of the world took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Settlementa, arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite, and soon secured positions in the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Merlwib, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So, at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanist Guild was established and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you would continue your study of this challenging discipline, then I must insist that you indicate your commitment to joining our guild. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild, or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Accept. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guild master that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Thubergen. Thubergen? She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild leadership in the engine. You will find her just over there by the bush, so you need to be shy. Though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner is always most important. Okay? Yes, I am Thubergrim. Thubergrim? Greetings, and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Murray has doubtlessly explained, I am serving as acting Guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of evil. The evidence of this is represented most aptly, perhaps, by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Cloudhopper, and the manner of magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of the discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary, even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle. This principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must aptly apply. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. One must apply the most effective strategy. An Arcanist is measured by his ability to calmly analyze a situation from moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Yes. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Now let us see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. In Lower Lenosia, you will find, among others, 3 species of pest: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and all. I ask that you employ your skill in Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Leave the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter the potential targets in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the Arcanist. May your judgment remain swift and clear. Alright. So, unfortunately, guys, that is all we have for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave a like down below. If you got something you'd like to share, feel free to leave a comment while you're at it. And as always, I am Legion True Hero. This has been Final Fantasy XIV. I'm gonna say part 1. And I am out. See you guys.